Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, we had a very special game not so long ago. It was the Real Madrid 3-1 game at Wembley, and it got me thinking that this one has to be one of the best games of my life I've ever seen. It was absolutely amazing, and I was thinking, why didn't I put together a top 10 games I've been to and I've enjoyed the most? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you were at any of these games, which are your top 10 favourite games you've been to, and let's get started. I will start chronologically because I feel like that's the best. Game in 2007, December 29th, 6-4 against Reading at home. Now this game started off with Berbatov scoring. We took the lead, but then Reading came back to lead 2-1, 3-2 and 4-3 despite a Berbatov hat-trick. But Melbrong, Defoe and a fourth from Berbatov made sure that we won that game 6-4. Loads of emotions, coming back 3 times and then obviously going down again. But that final comeback was absolutely amazing, and that probably was just being a young kid and going there and just scoring so many goals and loads of emotions. I really liked that. Obviously not like style-wise, probably wasn't the best of games, but that emotion was, I love that so much. The next one is another special one. It's 2008. February the 24th, where we beat Chelsea 2-1 to lift the League Cup trophy at Wembley. Now, this in itself is obviously quite special, but it was my first time at Wembley. It's the first time I've been there, so it was a massive thing. It was already the new Wembley, so that was a big thing. Obviously, I never got a chance to go to the old Wembley. And we beat Chelsea, no other, as well, especially after Drogba took their lead, but then Berbatov equalised with a penalty, went into extra time, and then Woodgate got that goal, the rebound off Czech. Honestly, all I remember was just the nerves. Obviously, they scored first, so that was a bit deflating. And then we equalised, we went into extra time, and then it was just extra time, and then we scored. I totally lost my mind. I saw us lift the trophy as well. I think we all celebrated into the night. It was such a special moment, and for my first time at Wembley, seeing us lift the trophy as well, I won't never forget that. The next one was November 2nd, 2010, Inter Milan at home, 3-1 in the Champions League. The reigning champions were warned previously by a Bale hat-trick in the San Siro, but they came to White Hart Lane, didn't know what to expect. An early Rafa van der Vaart goal saw us go 1-0 up, then a Bale assist set up Crouch to make it 2-0, Eto'o pulled one back, and then Bale set up Pav to make it 3-1. Now that's just the goals, but it was a Bale show. We know that a lot. My favourite chant from that night had to be Taxi Form Icon, which was iconic to say the least, but it was amazing. It was a glory night. Loads of fans. We were all singing glory, glory, hallelujah. It was a truly special night under the lights. One of those European nights you always dream about. 2015, February the 7th, North London derby as we beat Arsenal 2-1 at the Lane. It was an unlucky start as they got a goal, but then it was the Harry Kane show. He equalised, and then his second goal was that iconic header we've seen so much of. Needless to say, the emotions and the years of built-up pressure from them coming to the games and beating us, and then we finally were winning with style as well. We had the likes of Mason and Bentaleb in midfield. It was a passionate game. I think there's not many other times I heard the Lane rocking that much. 2016, January 23rd, Crystal Palace away, and we beat them 3-1. An early goal in the first half, a Vertonghen own goal gave them the lead, but then we came back in the second half. Harry Kane, Dele Alli and Nasser Chadli made sure we took home the 3 points. But wait a second, that wasn't just any 3 goals. It included that Dele Alli goal, the one where he did some trickery, magic. I don't know how else to describe it, but I remember seeing it go down in slow motion right in front of me. It was like he was right in front of us. He did it in slow motion. I mean, we were in the corner, so we saw it from a side angle, and it felt like slow motion, the way he got the ball, the way he turned, and then he took the shot, and it went into the back of the net, and the whole away crowd just went absolutely wild. I love that game so much. February 19th, 2017, Fulham away in the FA Cup, 3-0 Harry Kane hat-trick. Now, on paper, it wasn't an outstanding game per se, but what I really liked about it was my first time at Craven Cottage. I loved the experience. The ground has such a nice old-school vibe to it. The fans were really nice, the opposition fans, to be honest. As I said, it had a good vibe to it, but obviously our away fans were so loud. And that's what I wanted to get to. It was the wave support. There was that 10-minute period where we just sang Being a Yid. And if you watch my videos, the intros and the outros, that's from that game. I recorded it. I didn't record the whole 10 minutes. I wish I would have. But I recorded most of it because that's when I've already started doing some vlogs. So if you want to hear that, that's what it sounded like, that it was that loud. So that's why this is a standout memory for me, because that was just such a good away day experience. April 30th, 2017. The last North London derby at the Lane. The new one already being built around it, and we absolutely blew them away. Arsenal stood no chance as we beat them 2-0. It was an outstanding performance, and it was just, if I thought that it was rocking beforehand at that 2-1 game, then this was a whole new experience. I never seen us play so well against Arsenal before, obviously growing up and they being so well, and that guaranteed that we finished above them, which that hasn't happened so often recently. It was an outstanding game. That was one for the performance as well, and one for the memories as well. May 12th, 2017, Man United at home, and we beat them 2-1. The Lane, the finale. Now the game itself was amazing as well, and we played really well. We obviously beat Man United, who were no small team at the time as well, obviously now as well. It's just the last season, but it was the farewell to the Lane, and we didn't lose a game last season at the Lane. We won 17 and drew 2. It was absolutely amazing, and the celebrations at half time and afterwards were quite spectacular. And then we saw that rainbow over the stand. It was quite something. I've not been able to rewatch my vlog from that game, if I'm honest. I've not been able to do a lot of things from the Lane finale since then, but it was something to be there at that game. And last but certainly not least, 2017 November the 1st, Real Madrid 3-1 at Wembley. Almost 7 years to the day, we beat Inter Milan 3-1 at the Lane. Another glory European night. We absolutely bossed the reigning champions. Okay, well, that's a bit harsh, but we played really well. We scored some lovely goals, and I was just blown away. And what I most liked about this, opposed to the previous game against Inter, was that it was a truly good team performance. It wasn't just a one-man show, but we absolutely played so well, as I said, against the reigning champions, and it's definitely a night to remember. So please let me know, out of these games, which ones were you at, or which ones were your top 5 or top 10 games in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and you would like to see more Spurs related content from me. Check out my social media handles in the description box down below. Hopefully I will see you in the future, and come on you Spurs!